All right, welcome back to Stride University. Today we are going to continue our exploration of the inventory module, and we're going to hop in and we're going to do a basic product creation. So I'm going to go over the things that you absolutely have to have in order to create a product and talk a little bit about them. So in order to do that, we are going to hop right into the inventory module. This is where we're going to create our products. And we're going to go up into this, we'll call this the ribbon, the top ribbon here. And we're going to click on Products and Products. This brings us to our product page, and it starts out in the Kanban view, but if you don't like that, or if that isn't the way you want to see it, then you can also change that to list view. And that will give you all of your items in the list view. It doesn't matter how you have it, it's just a different view if you like one or the other. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit this create button, and that will bring up our product card. So the minimum requirements you need to have when you create a product is at least a name, the product type, the unit of measure, and the sales price. Everything else after that is just additional information for keeping track of things. But I'd highly encourage you to go beyond just the minimum. But in this little video, all we're going to do is just go ahead and create those, and I'll go over what the different product types are. So today we're going to create a product, and I'm a big soda fan. Mountain Dew is my vice. I drink too much of it. So I'm gonna start selling it's a 40-ounce stainless steel tumbler, and so that's what it's going to be. And for this, I'm going to select my product type. Now there's a few different product types that we can create. If it's an item that you're going to sell, like we have an event ticket, so you can create different event tickets, and we'll go over that more in the event module. It could be a course, so you could, if your plan allows, you could have the e-learning activated, and you could actually sell online courses, access to exclusive video content that others might not have unless they pay for it. And so if you want to learn more about that, reach out to us, and we can talk to you about that. But the main ones that you'll see on every plan is the consumable, the service, and a storable product. So I'll start here with the consumable. This is an item that you can sell, or you don't have to sell, but the inventory isn't tracked. So anytime you make a sale, that inventory, it doesn't decrement the inventory. You can purchase this item and bring more of it in, but there will not be any inventory moves tracked with once it's been purchased and brought in and received. Also on the accounting side, consumable item is expensed at the time of purchase. So if you buy 1,000 stainless steel mugs, that will show up in the accounting entries. Hey, you bought 1,000 of them. Whereas with the storable product, the inventory is tracked. So if you bring in 1,000 of them, the inventory will show you'll have 1,000 on hand, and every time you sell one, it will say, hey, there's one less. Also, the cost of goods sold there is only realized once you've sold the item. So you could buy it in quarter one, and then the cost of goods, and sell it in quarter two, and the cost of goods sold would actually show up on your quarter two cost of goods sold. So that way. Also, with a storable product and a consumable product, if you sell one of these online or through a sales order, once the sales order is confirmed, it will create a delivery order for that product, unless that product is sold through the point of sale, in which case it just makes an immediate inventory move and says, transferred to point of sale. So that's what those two do. And then the last is a service product. Now this is something like, hey, I sell repair services. So on the sales order, I'm generating for this person, maybe it's $50 an hour for repair services. You could say, hey, I sold 3 hours at $50 an hour, and you could sell that service product. Service products do not create a delivery order, but you can, if you want to have a service product trigger either a project or a task in a project in a delivery or in the project module. So say you sell an online service or you sell a service that's, hey, repairs, you could actually have that create a task or a project that you could then track the hours on and track that task through the project, or make sure that everything's there. So if you want to learn more about that, we've got information in the project module specific Stride University trainings. So what we're going to do is I want this to be a storable product. I'm going to leave the unit of measure as units. If you have fabric or things that you need to measure in different pounds, you can change the unit of measure, and there's all sorts of them here, and there's an even bigger list if you click on the search more. So if you come into this, hit search more, there's all sorts of different units of measure. You can have a different purchase unit of measure and a sell to be sold unit of measure as long as they're in the same class. So you couldn't purchase it in pounds and sell it in inches, but you could purchase it in pounds and sell it in ounces. So just be aware of that. Our sales price, this is the list price that we want, sometimes called MSRP, what you would sell it at with no discounts. So I'm going to sell this because I think it's pretty cool for $25. And if you are bringing in items for the first time, you can set the cost here. The cost will be populated with the purchase order cost if you bring it in through a purchase order. And if your products have been brought in on an import and you're just starting out, the cost here will be the average cost. So I'm just going to go ahead and put here our cost on each one of these is $12 per unit, and that's it. That's how we could create just a general product, and it's ready to go. We can hit save, and that is now saved. In the next video, we're going to go over in a little bit more detail about product categories and some of the different tabs on this card. So come on back, and if you have questions, as always, feel free to reach out to us. StrideRetail.com/documentation. There's a little form you can fill out. Thanks.